Charleston's first trucking expo is rolling into the Lowcountry September 17th with industry speakers, a kids zone, vendors, and CDL scholarships. Make sure to come to Ladson Exchange Park on September 17th and visit charlestontruckexpo.com.
Your vote for me to become your mayor of North Charleston.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's showtime! Geno Jones Showtime. I come to you live. Now, my normal start time and start days are Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, unless I designate otherwise, unless I tell you it's going to be a different start time. Like last night, we started special 7 o'clock start time, and I want to thank Butch and Lisa Kennedy, huge advocates against domestic violence. October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Last night was a really important show. I urge, I ask, I plead with you. I beg you in a good way, in a positive way, to please go back and watch Wednesday's show. Last night, if you're watching me live, it was last night's show. Watch Wednesday's show, special show about domestic violence and domestic violence awareness and how we can support women and men. Yes, I do know that there are some men who are victims of domestic violence, but the vast majority of victims of domestic violence are still and have always been women. As a matter of fact, the numbers for women who are victims of domestic violence is still underreported because a lot of women, still a significant number of women, they don't go to the police, they don't tell anybody out of fear, out of shame, where there should be no shame, because you as a woman, you're not doing anything wrong. Violence against women is not a woman's problem. It's a man's problem, collectively. And we as men, we can end it. And we must end it. So if you get a chance, please go back. Thank you for bringing it back on camera. The enemy is really busy sometimes. Absolutely, positively. So just give me a second here. Just give me a second. You can hear me. I just need to step off camera for just a second, just a minute, and then you'll see me in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on camera once again. Now, give me another second here. This is the great thing about live TV. Yes, even your best host, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, they have live TV sometimes. Anything can happen when you're doing live TV. But I just want to go back. Please make sure you go back and watch Wednesday night show. If you're watching me live, once again, go back and watch the last night's show. And please share it and copy and paste the link and text it to someone. Text the link or share it. Tag it on their social media page. It's a really important conversation and some really important advice and numbers, contact numbers for any women, any families that are dealing with violence, domestic violence. There is help. It is not your fault. You did not do anything wrong. And there's no reason to live in shame. There's nothing to be ashamed of, because this is not a situation that you brought upon yourself. I don't care what anyone else says. There's absolutely positively no excuse for violence against women. I'm going to say something that my mother told me. She said, Jeannie, when it gets that bad, leave. And I know it's not that simple a lot of times, but from a man's point, she said, if you ever got to that point to where you felt that you had to put your hands on a woman, leave. So I am sharing my mother's advice with any man that's watching, and this applies for women too, anyone. If you get to the point to where, for whatever reason, you're so angry or whatever, that you feel that you want to put your hands on somebody, or worse, leave. Just leave. So I just wanted to share that with you. So, well now, because I had some of these stories I was going to do yesterday, but because, like I said, it was the entire show was dedicated to just the fact that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and there's a Hope Walk this weekend here in Charleston, South Carolina, to support domestic violence awareness and to support women, and a lot of resources, some incredible speakers, and there's an actual walk to support the cause. So go back and watch last night's episode to get all the information if you want to participate in this Hope Walk against domestic violence and be a part of the seminars. Or once again, if there's any person, any woman, any man that is dealing with a victim of domestic violence, come out, go back and watch yesterday's Wednesday show, and you can get all the information and meet us near downtown Charleston, right, I guess you could say the peninsula, because downtown Charleston is on the peninsula. Go back and watch last night's show, and you can get all the information you need. So I didn't talk about what I'm going to talk about now yesterday, because some of this stuff popped off yesterday, and then some more stuff jumped off. Well, Jada Pinkett Smith is telling it all. She spills all the tea, as they say. She is telling all. She is dry snitching on herself. She spilled all the tea and told it all to Hoda Kotb on the Today Show, saying, now get ready for this, because actually some people were saying this, but get ready. So now Jada confirmed it on camera on the Today Show with Hoda Kotb. She said that her and Will have been separated since 2016, like living completely apart, separate houses, ain't living together, nope. For the last 7 years, completely separated. Wait, there's more on Jada. Guess who Jada said hit on her back in the day? Take a guess. Take a guess. You might not guess. You might, well, maybe you may have heard about it today, but just take a guess. Of all the people who hit on Jada Pinkett Smith back in the day, and I'm sure, like, there's a whole bunch of brothers, not just brothers, just a whole bunch of dudes, period. Because, Jada, and man, come on, dudes love them some Jada Pinkett Smith. But guess who hit on Jada back in the day that she is telling it all about? Chris Rock. Yes, Chris Rock. She said back in the day, Chris Rock asked her out, hit on her, asked her out on a date one particular summer, because she said, Chris Rock said, I thought you and Will were divorced. Jada said, no, that's just a rumor. So this must have been before 2016. But still, they're not divorced. They are just separate. They are separated, and they're living in separate, like, houses and living completely separate lives since 2016. So maybe this must have been before 2016 when Chris Rock hit on Jada and said, I want to take you out. Jada, she said she was just like, she was taken aback. She's like, dude, Pookie from New Jack City, Pookie in the crack house, the crackhead, you hitting on me? Okay, well, let's put it this way. She didn't say that publicly. Now, she may have said it like, I can't, Pookie, your little skinny ass little crackhead in New Jack City, you want to take me out? Come on now. So, she said she was taken aback, but she did say that Chris Rock apologized when she said, no, Will and I are not divorced. We just live in separate lives. So, and then Jada said, she said, when she saw Will Smith go up on stage at the Oscars a couple years ago and slap the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth, she didn't believe it. She thought it was like a skit, like a little comedy skit that they were just trying to be funny and create a viral moment. Well, they created a viral moment, all right. And it wasn't funny to Chris Rock, and it wasn't a skit. It was a slap, like slapping the taste out of somebody's mouth. Because Jada said, she said to herself, there's no way Will hit him. Well, ask Chris's jaw. Yeah, he slapped the taste, or they may say in the hood, he slapped the it out of Chris. So, Jada's like talking, telling it all. Oh, guess what? You know who else is telling it all? Who's dry snitching on somebody else who's actually dead and gone? Well, Sherry Shepherd and Joy Behar on The View. Well. You know, man, people just going to put your business out in the street. So Sherry Shepherd says that Barbara Walters hooked up with, now get ready for this, because he's dead too, hooked up with, of all people, yes, let him hit it. Hit it, don't quit it. Take a guess. Who you think Barbara Walters let hit it? I know. Sherry Shepherd said Barbara Walters hooked up with Richard Pryor back in the day. Yes, Daddy Richard Pryor hit it. Barbara Walters. I don't even see them two. He must have been high. I'm just saying, no disrespect to Barbara. But, you know, look, I've seen, like publicly, you've seen the women, because he dated Pam Grier for a minute, and some other celebrities out there. Just Barbara didn't, you know, it's like if you just kind of look, you can Google it yourself, like women who Richard Pryor dated or married, Pam Grier, and then some other celebrities, and then Barbara Walters. Like, one of these is way different than the others. And Barbara Walters would be that one. But you never know. I don't know. Listen, drugs make you do strange things. Yeah, they do. Like, real strange things. I digress. So, and people will put you, man, that's why they say, look, tell your story, tell it all, tell it first. Because somebody else will tell it for you. And they ain't going to necessarily tell it the way it should be told or tell the truth. You know, because folks going to always add a little something because they want it to seem like they really are the ones in the know. So they'll take like a basic fact. It's like, okay, I'm going to use an example. I got my catfish. All right, I went to the store, I got a fillet. But, okay, I got to put a little basil on it. All right, hold on, I got to put some ginger on it. I got to sprinkle some turmeric on it. Now, I don't really do the salt, but I might want to put a little Lorry's on it. Or maybe I might want to do a little lemon peppers, spices. Or I might want to use like the little New Orleans style, like little breading, cornmeal. You know, they want to put a little something different on it, make it sound, look, and taste different. So, who knew that Richard Pryor and Barbara Walters was hooking up? Man, hey, stranger things have happened. Happy birthday today, October 12th, to Erica Dixon from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, 40. And here, this is a gospel artist that is really known nationwide, but he's from the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Man, this brother can flat out sing. Singing soul. I mean, you got singers, you got singers. Or they say flat foot sing. He can flat foot sing. She can flat foot sing. Well, this brother can flat foot on his tippy toes. Don't matter. Sitting down, standing up, twirling around. He can sing his ass off. Shout out to happy birthday to my man, Jarrell Smalls. As a matter of fact, shout out to Chef, one of my co-workers at our sister station, gospel station, Heaven 1390, Heaven 100.1 and AM 1390. They do a big gospel, like a gospel brunch showcase every third Sunday here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. The Holiday Inn Riverview is near downtown. They got like on the top floor, it's a restaurant, like a little rotunda on the round, and that's where they have like the lunch starts at noon, and then the live performance this Sunday with Jarrell Smalls starts at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So happy birthday, brother Jarrell. Shout out to Groove Master Dre, everybody checking in. Of course, my number one fan. Shout out to my mother, Mary Dixon, and just thank you, mother, everything for just allowing me to share your story about domestic violence to do everything that I can. And like you said, you never wanted anyone else's daughter. You never want any other woman to go through what you went through. So anything that you could do, including making sure that I did not grow up to be that kind of man. So just thank you for that. Thanks everybody. If you're watching me live too, feel free to jump in my chat room anytime I'm on live. If you got a question, you got a comment, you got some scoop, you got some tea you want to spill, maybe you know who else was Richard Pryor hooking up with back in the day. Because we knew about Pam Grier, didn't know about Barbara Walters. He didn't discriminate, did he? I guess not. Boy, drugs is a powerful thing. They'll make you do some things that you normally wouldn't do sober. Straight and sober. But I digress. Also celebrating happy heavenly birthday today. Speaking of a comedian, before Richard Pryor, Red Fox, and way before Eddie Murphy, and my man Bernie Mac, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, you fill in the blank, great comedian. There was a brother named Dick Gregory, who like in the late 50s, early 60s, he was the hottest comedian, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, alien, or other in America. Right here, Dick Gregory. Born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. He lived in Chicago for a minute, then he wound up moving on the East Coast. Legendary comedian, social justice activist, author, conspiracy theorist, entrepreneur with the Bahamian diet. The folks in your family back in the day, what, like the late 80s, early 90s, was on that Bahamian diet. You saw Dick Gregory's face on it. Lose some weight. Man, I'm on that Dick Gregory. Man, dude, you lost a lot of weight, man. What you do? What you do? You smoking crack? No, man, I'm on that Dick Gregory. Brothers and sisters in the hood would call it that Dick Gregory. I'm on that Dick, because they saying Bahamian diet was like, they couldn't pronounce Bahamian diet. They would, yeah, I lost this weight. I'm on that Dick Gregory. Boy, you need to get you some of that Dick Gregory. So happy heavenly birthday to Dick Gregory. He would have been 91 today. He was born on this day, October 12th, way back in 1932. He joined the Ancestors back in 2017. So happy birthday to Dick Gregory and everybody else celebrating a birthday today. All right. So tomorrow's, I gotta come. I just want to read one of my comments here in my chat room. Shout out to my man Groove Master Dre. He said, because I was joking about, Richard Pryor and Barbara Walters hooking up intimately. I was like, that's an odd couple. I was like, was Richard high when him and Barbara, and okay, he hit it with Barbara, but did Barbara hit the pipe? Did Barbara did she get high? Did she take a couple little tokes? Did he get with it? I know, I'm going to hell for that. But look, these are just jokes. But these are questions. Inquiring minds want to know. Did Barbara go ahead? Did he start off, did he give her the joint? Smoke this, Barbara. Now go on, put your nose, go on, snort a little of that. Now hit this pipe. Now come on, let me hit that. I know my mother is shaking her head. She's like, oh Lord, oh my God, I didn't raise my son like that. He's an embarrassment. But my man Groove Master Dre said, he said that Rick James said it best. Yes, he did. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, boy. Yeah, because Rick, come on now, Rick, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, Rick was, kidnapping him, and Tina Marie was getting high and allegedly kidnapping folks. Well, actually, he went to jail. They found him guilty. They kidnapped somebody. This woman kidnapped her, wouldn't let her go. I think they started off, they was like having a little party, little orgy, or a little threesome. I guess she wanted to go. They was trying to make her get high, and they kidnapped the woman, and they supposedly burned her with a crack pipe. I'm like, damn. And Rick was, one thing about Rick, God rest his soul. I got a funny story one day I'll tell you about Rick James. This is like in the height of his getting high. But yeah, Rick said it himself. He said, cocaine is a hell of a drug. He's got a great documentary though. Talented very underrated brother, because in the late 70s, early 80s, like 79, when you and I came out, that came out, and Prince's debut album came out around the same time. Rick was even hotter than Prince for a minute. His music crossed over on the pop charts, a hell of a band. Shout out to the Stone City Band. They were amazing brothers from Buffalo. So shout out to Rick. But yeah, Groove Master Dre, yeah, you're right. Rick said it best. Rick James said it best. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. And he would know. Absolutely, positively. So, all right, listen. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, and especially you and God. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. That's my normal start time. Now, some days, there'll be different start times. I'll let you know ahead of time, please. You and everybody you know, please copy and paste the link to this show. Email it. You can tag this episode, tag somebody's social media page. You can screen grab it and create a viral moment, do a YouTube short. You can create a viral moment and put it up on TikTok, on Snapchat, on Twitter, on Threads. That's a new one because I ain't really messing with Twitter or X. But I still post for business purposes. But I'm on Thread. I got to start posting more on Threads also. Whatever your social media platform. Like and binge watch all my back episodes. Please do that for a brother. But make sure, please, check out last night's episode. And like I said, just share it with your daughters, your granddaughters, with your nieces, and your grandsons, your sons, your nephews. Because I'm going to say it again. Domestic violence against women is not a woman's problem. It is a man's problem. And we as men, we can end it. We have to create a culture in our community and in the culture to where violence against women, domestic violence against women is unacceptable. We as men, that is one thing. That is what we do not do. What we are not going to do is put our hands. And women, it goes the same thing. Because men, like I said, there are some men that are victims too. So just don't put your hands on anybody. Like my mother's watching me. She said, Jeannie, if it ever gets to that point, I'm going to say it again. Like I said it earlier in the show, she said, just leave. Go. She probably wanted to tell me, just get your ass out of there. But she didn't say that. She said, just leave. Just go. So that's some great advice. So I'm sharing that with you. That pearl of wisdom that Mary Dixon shared with her son, her firstborn and oldest and only boy, I'm sharing that with you. All right, just leave. Because domestic violence awareness is not just a month, it's every month, it's every day, right here on the Geno Jones Show. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist of the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts, opening a brand new salon. It is amazing here in the suburban Charleston, South Carolina metro area, Goose Creek. Check him out on Instagram. Kel be cutting up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones. I call her the drip, because the kids say your clothes, your gear, your fashion, that's drip. Man, the drip is spectacular. Yes, the drip director. She is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check her and her collection. She is a fashion designer, fashion design major at my alma mater, Columbia College, Chicago, and she is a future fashion designer, superstar, and still a supermodel. Check out her collection. She created a special spring, summer crochet line, a custom-made crochet line. It's the LX, like Lexi, LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, LX.NCL underscores, that little dash at the bottom, at the end of that second L, LX.NCL underscore collection. So check her out. And shout out to Bruce Gage. She's also a wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. Check his signature collection, the Mario Uomo collection, and also check out the Flyball collection. It is the officially licensed Negro League baseball gear, and Mr. Bruce Gage is one of the few vendors that is officially licensed to carry this Negro League baseball gear. This officially licensed old Negro League baseball gear. It's called Fly Ball. So just go to Miglio Di Mario Uomo on social media. I know he's on Instagram. He's also on Facebook also. Miglio Di Mario Uomo. That's Migliodi. Mariouomo. Mariouomo. So everybody watching me live, do me a favor. When the show's over, copy and paste the link and text it, email it to everybody you know, or tag this show to everybody you know. Tag it to their social media page, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Twitter, Threads, all of them, Snapchat. Grab some of the show, the screen grab something, or just like I said, tag them or copy and paste the link and make sure they check it out for me. Y'all do that. Help me get tonight's episode out. And I'll be doing the same on my end. So I want to thank you, everybody, for watching. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be on Friday, tomorrow, if you're watching me live. Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, my week in review show. I'm hoping to have my number one guest co-host, Miss Keila Carson, as my special guest. We're going to rock it and do the thing regardless. But we hope to get Keila back on the show tomorrow. Week in review. I have some more fun. It's been a heavy week. Look, listen. For those who believe in the power of prayer, man, pray for peace. We still have a war in Ukraine, and now we got a war in Israel. I had a special commentary about that early Monday. As a matter of fact, go back and watch Monday night's show. I saw some very horrible, oh my God, just inhuman images of some of these Israeli babies in their homes that literally were burned. It looked like a piece of charcoal, a piece of meat that was placed on a grill and it was charred and burned. Just the inhumanity of Hamas, this domestic terrorist group. It's just, there's no excuse. None at all. Regardless of all the oppression that the Palestinian people have gone through, Hamas, who are Palestinians but are domestic terrorists, they have terrorized their own people in Gaza. And now to commit these atrocities, the level of inhumanity is like what ISIS was doing. It's just, I wouldn't want anybody to see what I saw. They showed it on the news just for maybe 5 seconds, and they warned people that this, you went to a concert and you flew in, you hang glider, and you just shot, you burned people, you exploded people's cars, and you burned them to death in their car, you shot them. There's no excuse for that type of terrorism. That is beyond inhumane. That is satanic, demonic. So now you're going to have pretty soon, probably within the next 48 hours, thousands of tanks invading, going into Gaza. And it's just more innocent lives lost. I do not stand for oppression. I stand for freedom of all people. I don't care who you are. And your right to live, and your right to live in peace. So I stand with the people of Israel to live in peace. I don't stand with your government, because y'all prime minister, that's a whole different conversation, because you even have many Jews in Israel, Israelis. Haaretz, one of the main newspapers, Google it, Haaretz. They're blaming Netanyahu, I call him the Israeli orange jumpsuit Hitler. But at the end of the day, the only people to really blame is Hamas. But the point I want to make is that now you've had thousands of innocent Israeli men, women, and children murdered, tortured. You still have Israeli people kidnapped, hostages, along with Americans. And you also have thousands of innocent Palestinians. They don't have any resources. They had no right. That they were living in a state of apartheid, of oppression. They had no rights. They couldn't leave that little strip of land. We had 2.4 million people living on this little strip of land, about 141 square miles for an entire country, Gaza. All these people, half of the population under 21, with no hope. One of the poorest, most densely populated areas on the planet. An eye for eye makes everybody blind. So I stand with the people of Israel. I don't stand with y'all wannabe orange jumpsuit, Hitler, Trump, BB, Benjamin Netanyahu. Not at all. But I also stand with the people, the Palestinians, the people. And you can stand with the people, the innocent victims, Israeli victims, and stand with the innocent victims, the innocent Palestinians, and condemn the evil, the satanic evil and inhumane, indiscriminate slaughter that was committed by Hamas, and condemn them as a domestic terror group that has to be dealt with. All those things can be true. Because if you stand for freedom, if you stand for the right for all humans, because we are all human, we are all part of the human race. So if I condemn oppression for one group of people, I mean, if I condemn oppression, that has to apply for any group of people. I will condemn oppression. I will condemn any group that oppresses any other group of people, even if it's somebody who looks like me oppressing another group. It's just that plain and simple. As my mother taught me, as Gene Jones, rest up in heaven, watching me, she would teach me as a little boy, Jeannie, there's no right and wrong. And two rights don't make a wrong. I just wanted to share that because that's going on. So just pray. We just pray that we can just bring peace to this planet. All right, everybody. So look, I want to leave you with a brand new video by my guest from Monday, John. Oh man, I gotta thank this brother, John Alex Gatsby. Great guest. Go back and watch Monday's show. So he's got a brand new song named Therapy. They sent me the video. I didn't get a chance to play it last night because I had a special commentary about domestic violence for this Domestic Violence Awareness Month. But I want to thank John Alex Gatsby. Listen, hey, John, brother, you got a home anytime. You have a permanent home here on the Geno Jones Show. Thank you and your team for sending me the video. So I'm going to close today's show with a brand new video, new song for my guest from Monday, future R&B star, future star, because this music is so versatile. It's, R&B, it'll be pop, just this great music. But, he's, breaking out on the R&B charts. That's his home. John Alex Gatsby. The song is called Therapy. The video is called Therapy. So I'm going to let you check it out. Once again, thank you, my brother. Thank you for sending me the video. Thank you for watching, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. Once again, please, let's pray for peace on this planet. My God, we need you more now than ever. We really do. I'll see you live Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Next Monday, meet the candidates for mayor, running for mayor here in North Charleston, South Carolina. Former police chief, friend of the show, full disclosure, and I ain't ashamed to admit it. Former police chief Reggie Burgess running for mayor. All the other candidates, if you'd like to be on the show, you can reach out to me. You can leave me a message. You can email me, Geno Jones. Have your team, Geno Jones Show @gmail. So all the other candidates, you are invited if you want to come on the show. But just understand, don't come on with your talking points and don't come on lying, because this ain't that kind of show. I will stop you in your tracks. So just want to give you a heads up, because I know there's some folks that's, you got a couple candidates in this mayoral race here. This on some MAGA that they said Orange Jumpsuit Hitler was their idol. That's who they patterned themselves after. So I'm just saying, you can come on too, but just understand, you ain't going to come on with no lies and no talking points. You can if you want to. You're going to see how that's going to work out for you. So let me let you check out the video. John Alex Gatsby, Therapy. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you live Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. In the meantime, go back and binge watch and send a copy of the show to everybody you know.
What brings you into therapy, Mr. Gatsby?
I guess I got issues. We all got problems.
And how do these problems make you feel, Mr. Gatsby?
And why you listening? It's not like you can solve them.
Well, it's my job to listen. And I think it's important that we dive into these issues.
Man, it's been a long day.
When I realize that I got is genetics, you can see in my mind it's so messy. Cause this life that we live gets so hectic. That's why I wish you here. I got issues, we all got problems. Why you listening? You can't solve them. Cause I got issues, it ain't my problem. Damn, it's been a long day. I've been trying hard not to go back to the old me. They think that they know me, but really, man, they don't know me. They say they're the homies, but really, man, they be phony. So lonely getting to the top, I wish they would've told me. Had some ups and downs, but we don't know where the road leads. I've been lost and found, the devil, he couldn't hold me. Blessings, certain lessons, just realizing he chose me. These meds gon' make me OD, they tryna take control of me. When I realize that I got is genetics, you can see in my mind it's so messy. Cause this life that we live gets so hectic. That's why I'm with you here. I got sessions, we all got problems. Why you listening? You can't solve them. Cause I got issues, it ain't my problem. Damn, it's been a long day. I got issues, we all got problems. Why you listening? You can't solve them. Cause I got issues, it ain't my problem. Damn, it's been a long day. Asking all these questions, what you need from me. Now I'm out here stressing what they think of me. Cause really I don't know if you misleading me. All I do is tell the truth, you ain't believing me. Believing me, teasing me, I don't need no one to think for me. I'm just sitting here peacefully, I got places I can be. But I'm right here with you, letting you into my mind to see. Minding my business I could be. Finally I've been finding me. Won't mess up my life, can't live with regrets. Can't do all this twice, can't ruin my rep. God is my witness, I get my vengeance. Even though I'm against, I'ma still pay attention. In there, I got issues, y'all got problems. Why you listening? You can't solve them. Cause I got issues, that ain't my problem. Damn, it's been a long day. I got issues, y'all got problems. Why you listening? You can't solve them. Cause I got issues, that ain't my problem. Damn, it's been a long day.
Go hard.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.
Charleston's first trucking expo is rolling into the Lowcountry September 17th with industry speakers, a kids zone, vendors, and CDL scholarships. Make sure to come to Ladson Exchange Park on September 17th and visit charlestontruckexpo.com.
Your vote for me to become your mayor of North Charleston.